Hello, my name is Andy and I am the Village Idiot. Welcome back to the bedroom for the June 20th edition of the Parish Notice Board. Alright, okay, I've got 4 things to talk about this week, and the first thing on my mind concerns a comment I received on a video earlier this week, and it was to do with GDPR. Now, the comment in question was basically questioning whether or not my videos were in breach of GDPR, with me walking around villages filming everything I see. The short answer is no, because everywhere I film, unless otherwise invited, is on a public road, and as such there's no legal reason why I can't film anything that I can see from a public road. There are a few grey areas here and there, but you will have noticed in my videos, of course, that at times I do come across a private road or a private area, and I do say we can't go there, I can't film that, because obviously it's private and that would definitely be illegal. But as for the most part, I do film mainly on public roads, unless there are some areas which I've been granted access to. There's a video coming up in West Lindsey in a couple of weeks' time. It's going to take me that long to make it, where I'm granted access onto some private land with the permission of the owner. Yeah, I mean, generally speaking, all my stuff is done on public roads. It's perfectly legal. It goes for any public space, really. I mean, this is why I'm quite happy to film in a churchyard, in a cemetery, anywhere where, generally speaking, you can walk freely in public and there'll be no restrictions or anything like that. Not a problem. So no, as far as GDPR goes, there's no issues with any of my videos. So yeah, that answers that question. Let's move on. Right, second thing on the notice board this week concerns the poll that I was talking about last week. So I had a couple of responses to this. If you remember, I was asking you where I should go on my next major trip away. Of course, I went to Kent a couple of weeks ago, and now I'm looking at going somewhere else in the country. And I gave you 4 options. Those options were Cheltenham and Gloucester for the southwest. They were Hartlepool for the northeast. For the northwest, I gave you Burnley and Hyndburn. And for the West Midlands, I gave you an area of Shropshire. Now, the reaction to this seems to have been quite positive. People are quite excited about the fact that I want to go away somewhere else in the country yet again. Now, obviously, I don't know when I'm going to be doing this, because I imagine there'll be a long period of time between now and actually going somewhere for another trip. I obviously have to fund this. I have to make sure I've got enough time off work to do it. The chances are I probably wouldn't be able to do this until next year. Having said that, though, the response I got from people was really good. So the poll will be, by the time this video goes out on Sunday morning, will be live, and I will put a link to it right down there in the description. The basic idea is simple. The 4 options I've just described to you there will be on the poll. You just vote for the one that you think I should be going to next, and when the poll ends, I will tot up all the scores and we'll see where we're going. Quite exciting, really, because all 4 of the options I'm giving you are places that I've never been. There's one area of those 4. I'm not going to tell you which one. I've kind of been to before, but generally speaking, the whole range of options are areas I don't know. So yeah, it's going to be another journey of discovery. I like using that phrase, don't I? So yeah, the poll will be up by the time this video is out. Right, next thing I need to talk about. It's been just over 2 weeks now since I released the Canvey Island video and the Leigh-on-Sea video, and you know what that means? It means it's time for Roundup videos. Now, those 2 parishes are the only parishes in their respective districts. Canvey Island is the only one in Castle Point, Leigh-on-Sea is the only one in Southend-on-Sea, and here I have reams of information that you Leigh and Canvey people have sent me. I have a 1.5 pages of stuff for Leigh-on-Sea and 2.5 pages for Canvey Island, and I'm going to wade my way through all that lot, and the Roundup videos will be filmed this week. They will probably be out either the back end of next week or the week after. Just depends how long it takes me to piece them all together, because there is some really decent stuff in these. Obviously, they were both popular videos, really popular. I mean, Leigh-on-Sea, for example, this has got nearly 2,000 views. That video has done very, very well. It's by far been my most successful video to date. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if these two videos take me a while to make, because obviously they're big parishes. I did my best with them, as I'm sure you could see from the videos, but yeah, they were popular. People like them, but there's still quite a lot of stuff which I can put into the Roundup videos. Thank you very much for these. This has been a fantastic response from everybody. So I will be sure to include all of this, or most of this, as much as I can of this fantastic information in those two Roundup videos. Okay, the last thing I've really got to talk about, notice-wise at least, is to do with the Kent trip. I have now finished completely 10 of the 11 parish videos. Obviously, some are already up on YouTube. The ones that aren't are, well, they're there, they're just unlisted. You just can't see them at the moment. They'll be coming out in due course. There is one left to edit, and it is the biggest one of the 11. That would be Broadstairs and St. I did reveal to some members of the Thanet groups that I'm in that the order that I was releasing the Thanet videos in. The last one will be Broadstairs and St. And it's kind of funny because you'll see from the video when I eventually edit the last one, the very last shot where I'm rounding up the video in the Broadstairs and St. video is actually really fitting, because it just typifies what the district of Thanet has been for me personally. Having never been there before, that last shot just encapsulates the whole thing. It was marvellous. It was fantastic as trips go, and this last shot, you'll see from it why I think what I think about that compared to the rest of the trip. It just seemed to be the perfect fitting ending to the trip. So yeah, Broadstairs and St. is the only one I've got left to edit, but it's also the biggest one. So yep, need to do some more work on the editor, I think. Okay, last thing of course is the coming week. So next week, okay, I have got plenty of videos coming out in the East Riding. I've got plenty coming out in West Lindsey. I've got a couple of Selby ones which I managed to squeeze in as well a couple of weeks ago, so that I've got some of them coming out. I've got some Bassetlaw ones coming out. The only two areas really that I don't have anything in at the moment are Wakefield and Doncaster. There are 3 parishes left in Doncaster, as you well know, and this week I promise from the bottom of my heart, Doncaster people, Hatfield, Stainforth and Thorn, I will try my level best to do all 3 this week, because Doncaster has been hanging around since I started this channel. The very first Doncaster video came out in January. It's now the middle of June. So for 6 months, basically, Doncaster has been a part of my channel. It's been great because I've enjoyed it so much. All the 40 parishes I've been to so far, and I'm pretty sure the last 3 will be the same. They've all been amazing places to walk around. I've had an amazing response from everybody in Doncaster. It'll be great to finally get it out of the way though, because obviously I like to move around a bit. I like to move on. And on that note, of course, Wakefield, I have no videos for you out at the moment. I put Ackworth out earlier this week, but currently I have no other Wakefield videos ready to come out. So next week, as well as Doncaster, I shall be coming into Wakefield, and I will give it a good go. I'll go for some really small ones, so I've got a bank of Wakefield stuff to call upon. So yeah, if you live in Wakefield, expect to see me at some point this week in your district. And that's just about it for the Parish Notice Board on June the 20th, and I will see you next week. I've been the Village Idiot, and I'm out.